Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Timeless Oracle reading. Our Oracle card for today belongs to the Earth Blessings Oracle cards by Liz Dean. Now, this is the card deck, and it's a card deck that shows the four seasons of nature. So, this is the handbook, and then when you look at it, the back cover of this card deck shows four seasons. This one represents winter. The red one represents autumn. Very colorful leaves, no? The colorful leaves of autumn. This one represents summer. And this one represents springtime. Now, we will start with the cards belonging to springtime. And the first card, they are arranged in alphabetical order. The first card is entitled Awake. It says here, may you wake up to the beauty. So may you wake up to the beauty. So when you look at it, when springtime begins, springtime comes just after winter. Here is a closer view of the card, and the image is very interesting. You see a plant starting to bloom after a long period of winter, and when you look at it, there seems to be a ray of light emanating from above, overshadowing the flower of the plant. For me, springtime or springtime of the soul symbolizes a person who's just finished undergoing transformation. The winter time is that time of hibernation of the soul, wherein many changes happens while the person is spending more time alone, more time in solitude, more of a positive phase in our spiritual journey, because there we just allow ourselves to be enveloped by our solitude and silence, to which the divine leads us. Sometimes before we go into that moment of winter, we are led to it by the divine in many ways, oftentimes through crisis, which sometimes are referred to as tower moment. These tower moment are blessings in disguise, wherein the crisis makes you aware that something has to be changed in your life. And because it is a new awareness, you oftentimes do not know what to do. And so you become more docile to the Spirit and allow the Spirit to guide you towards the transformation that you are being invited to undergo. And so you become passive. You find yourself being led into the desert of your inner self. You find yourself entering the cocoon of your inner self, just like a caterpillar. After moments of activity, eating, getting things done, suddenly he realizes or she realizes that she has to enter or create a certain cocoon in order to undergo the transformation that the Spirit is leading us to undergo. And within that cocoon, which can be symbolized by winter, we find ourselves start to undergo hibernation. In hibernation, we conserve ourselves, we nurture ourselves, we are more passive. We get an opportunity to just sleep, to rest, to do things that allows us to recover from whatever tower moment we underwent. And in that process of receptivity, the universe, the divine, our spirit guides, they slowly transform us to a new version of ourselves. And when that process of transformation, remember, just like the seasons of the earth, our spiritual growth comes in cycles. There will be moments of winter, moments of springtime, moments of summer, autumn, and then go back again to the cycle of springtime. So we undergo many processes of transformation, which for me can be symbolized by winter, that silent moment where many changes happen to us. And because we were under hibernation, we also are not aware of these changes that are happening with us. And when the right time comes, we come out of the pupa, or like a bear, we come out of the cave where we hibernated, and we discover ourselves just like a young child romping around springtime, watching new things grow, new things in ourselves, discovering new things in ourselves that we that we knew in the past never existed. So here sometimes we get to be surprised. Suddenly, for some of us, the clear gifts suddenly are developed. And so there is that joy of awakening to something new in ourselves. And that is the message of this card, to awaken, and may we wake up to the beauty that is you. And at the same time, you discover these new things that have grown in you during that moment of winter, that moment of hibernation. And so it becomes an exciting period in springtime of your soul, where you have received all the gifts and you are in the process of discovering these new gifts that you have received. It's exciting when you discover, oh, a clear gift was just given to me, and you slowly start like a toddler to discover how to use these gifts in order to bring light to the world. So you awaken to these new aspects of you that you never thought you had, but now you become aware of. And so you become awake to the beauty in you, the beauty that was awakened also during your period of hibernation in that winter time of transformation. And at the same time, because of these new gifts that you have discovered, you are like a toddler also using this new capacity to discover or rediscover the world and to look at the world in a different light. You start to look at the beauty of the world in those aspects that in the past you might have overlooked. But this time, because of the new gifts you have received through the transformation of winter, or the winter of transformation, you start to see the world in a different light. You start to see more of the beauty that you might have missed in the past. And so that's the beauty of transformation and the beauty of awakening after that period of transformation or winter, or transformation which is like a winter in our spiritual journey. So the winter of transformation. Now let's try to read from the handbook that accompanies this card so that we can gain more insight regarding this awakening. So as you undergo this awakening, or this moment after transformation, we find inspiration in the beauty of nature that opens up during springtime, and that somehow we parallel it in that beauty that is within us and the beauty around us that we start to rediscover or discover for the first time, because we are less blinded from their beauty. Let's read from the handbook that accompanies, and here it's divided into three things: insights, blessings, and affirmation. In the insight part, it is said, when an environment is familiar, it can be easy to overlook its value. So in the past, we got already familiarized with the environment as the way we saw it. And so for us, it was just an ordinary thing. So we pass through nature, we pass through life experiences without much sense of wonder. But then after the transformation, new sensitivity opens up in us, and we find ourselves looking at life in a different angle. So again, in the insight, it says, when an environment is familiar, it can be easy to overlook its value. And then you awaken to nature and to yourself. After the winter time, we awaken to these new aspects that we overlooked in nature. Well, it was there always, but now we become aware of it. And this new gift that we received ourselves. So you awaken to nature and to yourself, taking in the intricate furrows in tree bark or the mottle of a pebble as if for the first time. You know you too are beautiful in detail. Now, oftentimes when our clear gifts open, we start to see messages even just from the barks of the tree or the pattern of the leaves in the branches of a tree, even looking at the water flowing or the stream that is flowing. Little things that seem like ordinary suddenly are filled with messages coming from the inner realm. And we are like this child romping around the beauty of nature, rediscovering the wonderful messages that the inner world is constantly sending to us. Now, the second part is blessings. May your sense be heightened. May you be ready to see your own beauty. May you trust your direction. May you resonate with the natural world around you. So in the blessings, there is a prayer here that that somehow wishes us to really discover or rediscover the world with that spirit of a child. Now it ends with an affirmation, and the affirmation is, we are all perfect just as we are. For me, to be perfectly human is to be a person who accepts that they are a diamond on the rough. We are constantly getting better through our life's journey. So we learn to accept the things that we still need to work on, and at the same time we are less judgmental of people, knowing that they are also undergoing the same journey that we are. Now, this is what we have for our timeless oracle reading. I hope you were able to gain some insights in this short reflection. The cards have short messages, but they are full of insights if we delved much deeper towards them. Well, thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.